All right, they're running a teeny bit behind schedule in the House right now. This is the debate on the measure itself to cut taxes, the measure that came out of the conference committee here. They debate it seemingly ad nauseum, and then they're going to vote on it. We're expecting this to pass the House, but not all Republicans are expected to pass it. It could be like the dozen or 13 or so who voted no last time. My next guest was one of them, the no-vote Republican congressman from New York, Lee Zeldin, who might be a no-vote yet again. Congressman, good to have you.
It's good to be back with you, Neil.
Are you a no-vote again?
I'm a no-vote again. There are good aspects of this bill. There are problematic aspects. I represent the 1st Congressional District of New York, which is on the east end of Long Island, and for my constituents, for my region, on the personal income side, there were some issues that needed to get addressed that unfortunately weren't correctly addressed. So unfortunately, I have to still be a no. So
even with the double the deduction, the more generous tax cut for the upper income, your district has a little bit of everybody, but it's still a no.
Yeah, well, there are some good aspects going from the House bill version that passed previously to this new bill coming out of the conference. You point out that the top rate does go down to a 37, which is an improvement as it relates to the state and local tax deduction. I will say that for middle-income itemizers, people who own homes, they are, when you have a $10,000 state and local tax deduction cap, that's a big difference than if you have a $20,000 or $25,000 cap. That could be a difference between whether or not they're coming ahead as a winner with this bill versus a loser. While I support maintaining the state and local tax deduction, I would say that if you're going to make a change, a better policy would have been, instead of having it kick in January 1st, 2018, the change to state and local taxes, that it would start 2 years or 3 years down the road, where you're going to Andrew Cuomo in Albany or Bill de Blasio in City Hall, to our local school districts that are taxing, and you tell them you need to fix your tax code by that point in the future, and then you're reducing it to a level that still is fully protecting middle-income itemizers. But the $10,000 cap, unfortunately, just leaves behind too many constituents who I promised that I would be voting for a tax cut for them. That's what I told them I'd be working on, and this just doesn't deliver that for too many people.
Congressman, do you think this is going to cost Republican seats in the House, to say nothing of the Senate, potentially in the midterms?
Well, it depends where you are in the country. I mean, there are some districts where, all across the entire country, the economy is going better. It should continue to go better. GDP, hopefully, we see the Obama year numbers to be crushed by great Trump numbers. The market is doing well. People are happy about their 401k accounts. As unemployment goes down and wage growth, all of those elements, as you get closer to November of 2018, when people vote based off of taxes, jobs, economy, it's more to do with how it impacts them, maybe more so than how it impacts their neighbors. So, I would say all across the entire country by next November, I'm really hoping the economy is just going to continue on the current path regardless.
They say they might revisit this next year. That would be in the middle of an election year and all, for more tax cuts. Do you think that's even possible?
Absolutely, because one of the things I think of is when a hurricane is coming and it's a few days out, the meteorologists, they like to put these spaghetti models up where it shows you 100 different paths that the storm might be going, and as the storm gets closer, you're able to narrow down the path. Right now, people are guessing how much this bill is going to cost in year 5 or 8 or 10. And as you get to, you see Q1, Q2, Q3 numbers or annual numbers in the years ahead, you can start adjusting, and you'll realize that maybe the economy is growing faster than government is. Deficits can get closer, turning towards surpluses. Maybe we could tackle welfare to work and other spending that needs to become more efficient, and that provides more of an opportunity to provide future tax cuts.
All right. We'll watch it very, very closely. Thank you very, very much. Good seeing you again, Congressman.
You too.